Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me today on this Monday for my question and answer videos I do every single week. I hope everyone's doing well, feeling better, feeling good. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. Looking forward to the summer and all the restrictions hopefully coming off and us being able to resume our normal life again. Wouldn't that be nice? Everybody who's joining me here that is new, welcome. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for being here. What I'm doing is I'm a life coach and I'm trying to help people heal and grow and recover from different kinds of trauma, mostly emotional trauma and toxic relationships. So please ask questions. I encourage everybody to ask anything you want. I'll let you know if it's too personal. I'll let you know if I don't understand it, and repeat questions are necessary. So ask anything. There's no such thing as a bad question, just a bad answer. I'll try my best. Something I like to do every week is recommend something for you guys to heal from your trauma. And I could recommend people or other YouTube channels or authors, books, supplements, vitamins, things to help you sleep better, exercise, to have a better life. This week, I want to recommend something that is dear to me from a friend of mine who's also been a viewer of this channel, supporter, and a fellow victim of narcissistic abuse like you guys. She is great. Her name is Marissa DeMaio. She's an author. The book I want to recommend today is called Open Wounds. She's also an author. She's also published Meltdown in Paradise and Dear Love, which is a collection of poetry. Melissa published this book late last year, not too long ago, and it's a great book. It really is. I love to hear other people's experience and their journey after these experiences with toxic people. Open Wounds is a raw and honest story about a journey through heartbreak and self-discovery through poetry and prose, from loving and losing to feeling and healing. This collection touches on toxic relationships, mental abuse, losing yourself entirely, and learning how to fall back in love with yourself after the pain. This collection speaks on the healing process through heartache and the importance of having kindness and compassion for yourself, to learn from our misfortunes, our mistakes, but remember that we are only human and evolving works in progress. May the things you go through teach you and not define you. I love that. I love that a lot. Thank you, Marissa. So anybody who's interested in this book, you can find it on Amazon. The paperback is $7.99. Kindle has it for $3.99. I'll put the link down below in the description box. And you could find her other books if you're interested. Anybody that reads this, please let me know what you think. Give me your feedback. I would love it. So would Marissa. Thank you very much. Okay, let's get into the questions. All I ask you guys, leave us your locations. Let us know where you're at, just because other people really like that. It makes us feel a little closer, a little family. Kind of validates your experience that you're not alone. It's not just you. It's not just a problem where you're at. Okay, this is a huge problem. Huge. A good portion of human beings suffer from stuff like this. Okay. So first question is from Victoria from the Bay Area. Hello, Victoria, again. I'm celebrating. It's been over 3 years since I left toxic relationships and shortly after had a stroke. I was at my lowest. Thanks to you, I'm going camping. I'm driving a car again, and I can't say thank you enough. Well, thank you, Victoria. That's really nice to hear that you're doing and feeling so much better. But thank yourself. I didn't do it. I know what you mean. Maybe I supplied some information. But you did it, Victoria. Okay, so you pat yourself on the back and you celebrate with yourself and celebrate. That's great. It's wonderful. Thanks for sharing that, Victoria. Adrian from the United States of America. I always want to say like Adrian from the United States of America, because he always prints in capitals. Recently, a friend told me I should make them happy and also make them laugh. I am a happy, humorous person, but I definitely think that is not my job to do this for someone else. Please comment. That's it, Adrian. And everybody else out there, it is not our job. It's not a human being's job to make other human beings happy or laugh. It reminds me of when I dated toxic people, and we, those times where there's not much to do. You're sitting at home. Neither of you, got a day off or whatever. Well, they're probably not even working, but you got a day off together and you're sitting around all day not doing much, and they get bored, don't they? People that don't know who they are, don't have a very stable sense of their self, get bored. Why? Because they're in bad company when they're by themselves. I love to tell people that when people say, oh, I'm so bored by myself. Gosh, that's awful. You might be boring. Yeah, just saying. Whoever said this to you is obviously boring, obviously doesn't have a stable sense of who they are. But the biggest thing is they're absolutely dependent. This is what codependency means. Emotional dependency. I need you to help me be happy and make me laugh because I can't do it myself. And if somebody can't do it themselves, good luck doing it for them. Anybody out there know someone very depressed? Maybe you. How easy it is for everyone to make you happy if you're depressed. How easy it is to make a depressed person happy. Good luck. And we shouldn't be trying. Look, I call victims us, the perfect host. And I'm going to use that example. We have a party. We have people come over, right? Maybe I have a party every 3 months. And I invite everybody I know. I invite my family. I invite my friends, my coworkers, my wife's friends, her coworker. I'm not married, just an example. And they all come over and I make sure my house is clean. I make sure we have entertainment, something to do. I make sure that the food is good and ready on time, and the drinks are great and they're full of drinks. I let them know where the bathroom is, and I ask them the whole night, how is everything? How are you feeling? Need anything? And I'm trying to entertain them and make them happy. That's great. All day, every day with your partner? No. Because think of the people that come over for your house, for your party, right? There's just going to be somebody, you invite enough people, there's going to be somebody that's not going to have a good time, is there? Or let me use the example. I've been in the service industry. I was a bartender for many, many years. And I had to accept that I can't make everybody happy, period. You cannot. There's just people that you will not be able to make happy. There's people that I served, food and drinks and stuff like this, I could not make happy. I have to accept that. Yes, my job is to serve them, not to make them happy. If they can't be happy, too bad. What am I going to do about it? And you, Adrian, and everybody else out there has to realize that there's just some people you can't please and some people you can't make happy. And matter of fact, it's really not our job. Like I said, having a party, have them come over and, entertain them for a little while, that's one thing. Your total codependent fucking partner that's in your house that just bored and wants you to entertain them all the time. I came up with a little dance for my toxic partner. Let me entertain you. Let me make you smile. And she, oh God, it's so annoying that you do that. Oh, it's not working. We aren't here to entertain people. Make them happy, make them smile, or make them laugh. Okay? That's not our job. And this stems, as far as we're concerned, Adrian, we're called the people pleasers, isn't it? And when we have narcissistic parents, not narcissists, narcissistic parents, which we did, then we believe we're there to please them, right? We have to do well and do good and succeed and be quiet and not complain and not need anything and not have any problems or troubles. Or it's all about them, the parents. Did I make you happy enough? I got an A. Is that good enough? Oh, A+? Oh, okay. I scored a point in the game. Oh, I should have scored 2 points. Okay. It's called conditional love, Adrian. And we are raised this way, and this behavior is encouraged. And so we keep trying to people please and make people happy. And that's the only reason this person's in your life in the first place, Adrian, right? I mean, somebody like this doesn't need to be in my life. That's for sure. So I hope I answered your question. No, we are not here. And my thoughts are that we aren't here to make people happy, laugh, smile. It's nice. It's nice to make somebody laugh, right? Think of stand-up comedians. They go out there and they're vulnerable and they try to entertain you and they want to make you laugh. That's great. That is their job. But in personal life, no, we don't do that. People need to make themselves happy, okay? And happiness is such a fleeting emotion, isn't it? I mean, how long does something make you happy for? One thing. You try to make you make somebody happy and they're dependent, they're going to expect it every time. And it's an outside source and it's not enough, so it won't be enough eventually. You can make someone feel really good for 6 months, and then the 7th month, it doesn't, the same things you're doing, or you're trying to keep, upping yourself, and then finally you ran out of what to do. You can't make them happy anymore. Then what? Then they start criticizing you. You're no good, and then you just go find somebody else to make them happy. So I wouldn't do it. Thanks, Adrian. Good to see you. Thanks, Adrian. Good to see you. All in caps. Deeper Roots, Higher Self. D from Germany. I remember now. Hi, D. The loving and touching and gift-giving reminds me of narc BS and dating. So the healthiest interactions I've had was with a non-cluster B friend and her husband. Talking, gifts, food. I stay away from everything else. And I say, you stay away from saying I love you and hugs. And D says, I don't say I love you very much, but it's also over the top in German. It's more natural in the US. I know that. How do you know that, D? You've been here once? Okay, hugs, okay, I do that with friends too. Telling friends I appreciate them too, but not I love you, no. And I get it. States, countries, culture is all different, totally. But I think I love you, is pretty universal. Yeah, it's absolutely necessary for every human being on this planet. It is necessary to be loved and to love and express it. Absolutely. And it makes you feel good, D. It makes you feel good. It raises chemicals, oxytocin, stuff like this. It ensures security in your relationships. It's expressing how you feel. Don't hold that back, especially love. Try it. Try it. I know for a fact. I know what I'm talking about. And there's a chemical process that happens when you say that. Matter of fact, what's really amazing is go say that in the mirror. Go tell yourself you love yourself, okay? Because the more that you love yourself, the more you express that, the more you will start expressing it towards other people, okay? Thank you for what you said, though, D. I always love what you say. I said, I don't have what I said. Oh, well. Well, it's what I told D back was, is people do say, I love you in Germany. I know Germans. My whole family's from there. I have German friends, clients, stuff like this. And I say, ich liebe dich all the time. Okay? Say it. Try it. Say it to yourself. Start with yourself. Thanks, D. Okay. TB from Pennsylvania. Hello, TB. I've been out of the relationship for some time. 6 months since seeing the person with BPD, and now no contact. I'm still ruminating, but life seems amazingly calmer, and I'm able to be much more productive. Still, I think about it often, sometimes considering the magical moments in which I thought I had finally found the one, and even thoughts that maybe if we tried again, it would be different. Hope will kill you. And then I remind myself of the laundry list of horrible, unbelievable things said and done to me, and the profound sense of betrayal. Any thoughts on how long this reflection period lasts? I'm really hoping he does not try to reach back out to me. What have you been doing? That's always my question, and I don't mean to answer a question with a question, but it's about what you're doing, okay? Time does help. We need time, but time's not a cure, okay? Anybody who thinks that time is all I need to do, take time, is the same thing as all I need to do is get back on the horse after I fall off. Just start dating again, have sex again, commit right away. It's the same thing as saying, oh, I need to go 4 years. Because neither of them is a cure, okay? We need to take time, because if we're having failed, horribly neglectful, abusive, traumatic relationships, whoa, stop for a second. Right? Especially dating. That's where we're having the most problem. That's where these things surface the most. So let's not date for a little while. Let's have, let's try and maintain and make the relationships I have better right now with my friends and family. And we'll date soon. But, and people ask me this all the time, and there is no time period. I can't, we're all different. We all react differently to trauma. Matter of fact, some of the things that traumatize you may not even traumatize somebody else. Okay, so I can't give you a timeline. The question I have is, what are you doing? Right? Like you guys tell me sometimes, oh, my narc was so unbelievably toxic a month ago, right when we broke up, but now there was somebody else a month later, and now they're happy just like that. Now they're going to have this healthy, loving relationship. I don't get it. And it's like, well, really, in a month, what did they do? What could they have possibly done in that month to change who they are and all their problems and learn? And no, 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 no. I've heard things like it takes half the time of the relationship to move on and get over them. None of this matters because there's no, it's like this. It's exactly this much time. It's about what you're doing, and try to understand that this isn't just one incident. Like sole incident and nothing else really. It's just this one time. No, it's happened before. It's happened with friends. It's happening maybe now. And it's happened with your family growing up. That's why. So there is a lot to do and process with this experience. Okay. And you might say that this is something that we continue to do our entire life. Okay. You want to know what's the timeline on the ruminating thoughts? And I just have to go back to what are you doing about it? Because if you don't do anything about it, you're going to still have these ruminating thoughts in 2-4 years from now, 6 years. I'm not kidding. There's a lot to process, a lot. And if you're not talking to anybody and you're isolating and you're drinking and all this stuff, you're just putting that on hold until you're ready to deal with it again. And it's not going to get better. If anything, it'll only get worse. Okay? Your body's reaction to trauma, a very chemical process, that might start to feel a little better over time, okay? But we still have hardcore experiences that were traumatic, and we're not healed from them. We need to understand them and process them and share them with other people and stuff like this, okay? So it could take a month. It could take 10 years. I don't know you. I can't tell you. You don't even know how long it'll take. How would I know? It took me several years to heal. Several years. Probably 6 years to heal from this. I'm not kidding. But I didn't know. I couldn't find the help I needed, stuff like this. I found therapists that damaged me more, I believe. And so I help my clients, I think, really well. And I see changes right away. I see them get better right away. The anxiety stops. They stop feeling so depressed. They're getting better sleep and eating better. They don't feel bad about the experience they had anymore. Do you see that? And that can happen pretty quickly by doing the right things and trying hard and being committed. Okay? I got a comment to this question from Tanya Jackson. Says, from Texas, I like you, but why you never answer the question? It's always a blank answer. And so I said, I'm sorry, Tanya, it takes 58 days. Is that better? 58 days. That's it. So you might be feeling better in 30. No, you're not better. Not till 58 days. And on 59 days, if you don't feel better, then what? Uh-oh. Everybody else felt better on the 58th day. I hope you understand, Tanya. Please ask me questions and help and learn more. Pick my brain. Okay? All my videos are about healing from this. All of them. I have like 700 videos now. I've got a whole playlist on healing CPTSD. All of you, I strongly recommend you watch those videos. Those are my best videos. Really about healing, not about narcissists. I hope that makes sense. I'm sorry you're feeling like this and ruminating. I have a ton of suggestions on what to do to make that better. You start doing that, and soon the ruminating may stop. But if you don't do anything and you don't share this and talk about it and learn and try to ignore it, maybe drink and stay inside your house all day, it'll just go on forever, right? So I can't give you a time. I gave Tanya a time because that makes her feel better. 58 days, Tanya. Let me know what you think, Tanya. Ask me questions. I don't remember any questions I've ever gotten from you. And so my blank answer was to somebody else, not to you. Okay? If you really want to know, you can hire me. And I'll make sure that we do this as fast as possible. I'll show you how. You just have to do it. Okay? Thank you. Roberta Greco would love to know where you're from. Please tell us your locations, everybody. Roberta asked me, are all people that gaslight are narcs? And I just don't like that word, narc. So, are narcs are people with narcissistic personality disorder. You can say we're all on that spectrum somewhere. We're all a little narky. We definitely were as children. Okay, hopefully we're growing up. Are all people that gaslight narcissists? Well, of course not. No, that's a broad brush. There's going to be people who have gaslit, especially when we're children, right? I made this one video a long time ago. I don't even know if it's in my playlist anymore. I don't know if I have it, but it was really cute. All these children I was showing how narcissistic children are, and it was incredible. I mean, this one mom walks into the kitchen and sees like her 4 or 5-year-old, right, with like chocolate all over his face, or her, I can't even remember. I think it's a little girl, all over her face, right? And she goes over to this jar of chocolate she had, and it's open and all over the counter, and she walks back up to her daughter and says, "Honey, did you get into the chocolate?" And she's like, "No, somebody else did. It just fell." And it was like that. Total gaslighting. Totally gaslighting at 4 years old. I mean, is she a narcissist? No. Maybe, Roberta, you've done that before to somebody. Maybe even just as a child. Think about it. Telling stories, elaborate, false stories when we're children. I think every child has done that. Are all people that gaslight narcissists? No. Do all narcissists gaslight? Maybe. Thank you, Roberta. Let us know where you're from next time. Cosima von Liebenau. I probably said that totally wrong. I'm sorry. Let me know. Hello from London, where life is improving in leaps and bounds. And that's awesome. I don't know if you're referring to your life or everyone in London. Goodness, David, I so wish I hadn't waited so long to take a hard look at my life. If channels like yours, and that shows you your parents didn't do that, didn't help you do that. If channels like yours had been around 40 years ago, I would not have made so many poor choices. So much regret and shame I can't seem to move on from. But I'm learning and understanding, and maybe I'll feel whole someday. Thank you for all your hard work, good sense, and straight talking. Thank you very much. That's very nice. Thanks a lot. I love feedback, but you're very sweet. Thank you. If channels like this were around 40 years ago, I wouldn't have this one, by the way. And I wouldn't have made massive mistakes in the last 40 years. Probably. I kind of needed to do this, but I had already done it before. And then I did this again because there's no information.